So say hi to YouTube. This will be on YouTube later. I don't know where Miles and Glam are. They know Tuesday. It's Kubera time. So if they come through, they come through. If they don't, they don't. It might just be me today. But what did you guys who are in here think of this chapter? Because I actually thought like after the Asha conversation with Laila, it kind of fizzled out for me, honestly. It wasn't that it was bad or anything. I didn't dislike the chapter in any capacity, but I kind of lost my interest waned just a little bit after the introductory conversation with Asha and Lila. What's up, Miles?
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
Good. I don't know where Miles is at. I can't pee. I can't pee in peace.
I just someone was gonna ask me. I know they were. I know Lost would be like, "Is my lord coming?" So I just got it preemptively. What do you think of the chapter, though? What do you think?
I mean, we still got to see Asha, so I'm not, I'm not particularly moved or anything. It was a good chapter.
Yeah. Why did people expect the fight to happen in the second chapter after the main story comes back? I don't know. Well, a lot of people were thinking that the reason that Asha. I don't think this is a crazy thought to have, personally speaking, but I'm sure a lot of people thought that the main reason why Asha pulled up on Lila was to end her and take the power of Kubera named for herself, right? Um, there's a couple of people who are even tweeted like, "Yo, if Asha bodies Lila, you're not allowed to come to the barbecue and things of that nature." You guys were the ones that actually made me. I was thinking it could go both ways, but you guys more so made me think that it was Sierra's suggestion to like not walk the path alone. And so that actually came to fruition. So shout out to the chat. You guys were great prognosticators in that sense. Or y'all just read it already. Y'all know because y'all 20 chapters ahead. But I did you enjoy the exchange at all or no?
Yeah, I just want to give this preface real quick. I just have to say this. I have to get this off my chest. Okay,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
what the hell is wrong with Kurigam and consistently trying to tap about Lee's being attractive? I don't get it. I really don't.
I think it was said that she draws her like a little better looking just for us, but like but canonically she's supposed to like not be that beautiful. Now conversely, we did have the instant with Utah that said that whatever she put on her face, it fixed the one flaw that she had. So maybe she's like butterface, like her body's banging, but maybe she's not too
Bro,
pretty in the face. So the makeup was supposed to supplement that. And I think because of the way the makeup or whatever tasted, it made it harder for Utah to like eat her or something. So like I thought she remedied the situation, but I guess not because at the end I remember she looks like Rao, but Rao's a man. So like, is she handsome? I'm like, why? Why are you so mean?
it's literally like there's not many people in the story that actively call her pretty. Like she's obviously like you can't draw someone pretty like she's not pretty. She's pretty. Like this I don't know what it is. There's sometimes
Maybe
authors just
Kurigan has
get a
very
kick
high
out of just
standards of beauty.
maybe I don't know. I used like Curry's just one of those authors now. It's just like you just enjoy seeing your main character suffer. You really get a kick out of it. This isn't like a purpose for it because it's like Lise is an attractive person. Stop saying she's ugly. Stop trying to act like she's not. It's just so weird to me.
I feel you, man. I understand. I think she looks good, but again, we don't have the realistic look. We get the prettied up version that she's drawing for us. So maybe I don't know. I hear you though. When I was reading the little afterward, I'm like, come on, man. Like she do like her and Agony in the same pic. I'm like, come on, you don't have to do all that. But
Whatever. Yeah.
looks like we're
But
finally getting out what happened with Unrao on the transport ship. Didn't expect a fight, but I thought they would team up. I didn't think the conversation would go this poorly, like off rip. But I actually didn't expect Asha to team up with her. I don't think I think
same.
Asha's going to walk her path alone, or I guess with Sierra. I don't know, but I I I wasn't shocked by that. But go ahead. What are you gonna say?
No, I was gonna agree. Like I don't like I don't think I don't know. I don't think I was really even like particularly focused on this conversation to be honest. I low key need to let my bias go a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I expected them to team up. I don't know. I think I kind of saw Laila is like kind of in her scouting phase. Like she was here to just get a better read on like more of the players or I guess pawns in the overarching scheme of like who's back, what do they really want to do, how should I move forward. I'm gonna go out at like even like at certain risk. That's just kind of how I saw it. I didn't think this was Laila being like, I'll for sure go. Cause like, did she wasn't like, cause Laila wasn't even really saying anything. Like, did she even say anything? I
Lila
don't think she said a
kind
single
of.
thing.
No, I wait. Shoot, no, no,
Like, she
no.
didn't say a single word.
Like she didn't say much.
Not only she said a single word.
I think you might be right actually. Sierra, it's only Sierra and Asha who spoke. I think. No, no, no. Lila spoke.
Yeah.
Lila spoke. Lila spoke. Lila spoke. Lila spoke. She did speak. She didn't speak much. It was Asha that was controlling the flow of conversation for sure. Um, we also might find out what one part of the time records. Asha and Sierra said Sierra had were empty. The prior chapter set up the two options, and Asha went a third, so it was nice to throw off. Plus, we were going to get more Rao lore hype. Yes, more Rao, man. We need more Rao. Um, I would. How did when you I'm gonna go through a little bit, but when the conversation ended, did you guys get the inclination that like Laila was the loser in this little verbal exchange? Did you think Asha was the winner, or did you think it was pretty neutral? Like there wasn't necessarily a winner or loser, just a conversation that didn't go.
I think Asha's a loser. And like that's not like
Is it
I
because
don't know.
Sierra?
I think
Is it
it's
because Sierra's saying they will die if they go alone? Is that why?
yeah. But there's just always this thing. I feel like especially with Asha, and it's like I feel like, and I would have to re go back and look. But I swear, every time Asha starts talking a lot about some subject, it always bites her in the ass every single fucking time. Like the only time she has mild success is when she's actually like not saying much, giving away her thoughts, and is like more of like in a hidden agenda type mode. But I swear every time she starts speaking her mind about a subject or an action, she always fails every single time. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's like usually what happens. So in this case, where she's talking so much to Laila about like kind of like Laila, you're a hypocrite. I'm basically so much better than you. Yada yada. I'm gonna walk this and succeed. I'm like, I think you just scrapped like your best shot of like even mildly helping you. I think it's just Asha just biting herself in the ass because she thinks she's just so much better than everybody else. She's just dumb.
But did you disagree with the way that she perceived their differences, even though they don't like the gods? Because I thought it was. I
I would
thought. What?
I was gonna say it's the thing is it's actually very possible she could be right about uh her because I always still bring up the thing about her potentially trying to like bite Lee's in the ass. It's actually very likely, but again, we also don't know. Like, there's still a lot about uh Kubera, Laila, if you will. So the thing is, Asha could actually be damn all right, but I don't think Asha like really has like I don't think she's the one that could be the arbiter whether or not like I mean it's her life, so I mean it is her choice if she wants to work with her. But like the moral high ground to me was just like, I don't think you have that in the scenario.
Okay.
Now whether or not you're right, that just remains to be seen.
You said you thought it was neutral. Asha really salty. Asha's really salty. To me, this dialogue showed how much she was affected by her murders, and she took it out on Laila, keeping her hands clean. You think so?
Don't get mad at don't get mad at Lila for finessing you for finesse. Also, we don't. I would you assume that I think we would both assume Lila's killed previous Kuberas. I think that was the implication when she was about to fight Jibril. So it's not like she's never had her hand like that. She's always had her hands clean.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that would just be another thing there. Like,
I think this is one of those things. It's just a matter of general perspective on the individual because I kind of like would say I agree with Asha's assessment, but like how best to phrase this? I think Lila's way of going about it is ultimately smarter, right? Where it's like it seems like Asha kind of just like I don't want to say but see Asha is calculated. Like what you said earlier is ringing true to me. Where it's like she's a type that's like when she's not really when she's not acting out and not really like making her plans super obvious, it's probably better. And then Patagana said, like, I don't actually know what Lila's end goal is, right? I know she has resentment and hatred towards the gods, and Asha speaks about the story of Chandra and her previous whatever priest of whatever, like, going down and stuff. But I feel like there's something more about Lila and her past and the way that she thinks and goes about things that we just aren't privy to right now, so we don't have the full picture. Because we already know what Asha's about for the most part. And I do think that right now she's got to be a lot more calculated than she's ever been, because this was it wasn't supposed to go this way. She kind of is a sore loser. I kind of agree with that in some aspects, but her saying that you like won't get your hands dirty, so I kind of can't respect it. So I'm gonna go do my own thing. I don't know if I agree with that. I just think that they're looking at it differently. Is basically what I'm saying in a long. I'm trying to think of a good example that I can use that might crystallize this point better. Like Clint, like Aguero will like do something very malicious to win a match or whatever the case is. Where like he's not beneath putting his hands in the dirt and tricking you, but that's not the only malicious way to manipulate somebody to do something you want. Having a more hands-off approach where all the puppeteers that you have in place are doing the things that you want, and all you have to do is give a slight suggestion and do a slight action to get those to happen. I think that's sly in its own right. Does that make sense? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had a better example. So I think they're both similar. It's just I don't know what Lila's end goal actually is, whereas I have a better understanding of Asha. So I just found this conversation to be pretty intriguing. That's all. Wish I streamlined my thoughts better there, but it is what it is. Can't always be perfect.
No,
But
I get your general point.
mm,
I think we agree on most of it. Yeah. Again, it's just one of those things like arrogant Ash is just not the way. Like, and I really do think her hubris is showing here. I really do.
I think
I
the
don't think
comment
it's the
earlier about
worst it's
her
ever
being a
been.
bit of a sore loser or salty kind of rings true here. I think that you're starting to
Yes,
see more of that, like more of the general frustration and of how things didn't go as planned, or it's starting to seep out a bit. Go ahead.
like I don't think this is the worst she's ever been. Like the worst is still in the season 2, where she's just like literally having these emotional outbursts of like just shitting openly about Lee's, talking about like Saha, her mentor and stuff, and then literally the next second she gets hit by a fucking car. She's like, "Oh, I'm better than you," and then she explodes in her face. It's just, you know what I mean? It's like, or anytime she talks shit about like Lee's, like, "Oh, she's not smart,"
She's
and
not
then
allowed
Lee's
to.
like
She's
does
not allowed to
magic.
engage in that egoism. They caught me.
Yeah,
They caught me reading Blue Lock. So all this ego talk. But yeah.
it's just it doesn't work for her. Like
Mhm.
you're gonna, I don't know. I'm out here. I think Lila might do something to surprise people. I'm not worried about Lila. That's all I gotta say. I have no worries about her.
Fair enough. Asha's a lot more emotional than we were led to believe when we met her in season one. I think she's always had emotional outbursts, very sparingly, but she's stoic. She internalizes a lot of her emotions, but she's human at the end of the day. It's always gonna seep out in some way, shape, or form, whether that's through your words or your actions or a combination of the
Yeah,
two. That's just how it is. So I agree with that. I agree with that.
I don't think she's expressive. I think she's always been emotional.
Yeah.
Maybe that's a better way of saying it.
There you go.
Because I think in season 1, there's definitely a lot of things that you can see, like when Lee's done, like she feels hurt or like angry or does some shit. It's definitely far more apparent in season 2 for sure, like without a doubt. But I think it's just like her face doesn't emote as much, like
Mhm. I also
rather
found
than
it
she's not
just real
emotional.
quick. I also found it interesting that like Asha didn't just like fight her, which shows to me that I don't think that she could beat her, or at least she's not 100% confident. Maybe.
Told you, I told you, bro.
So
Why ain't no fucking joke? I tried to
well,
tell
it's
people.
because of it's not even that. It's just because of what we know, right? With
Mm-hmm.
the shedding of time being behind Asha when she was in that the white space or whatever, like, and then she got that weird little Anata thing where like, bro, that's Anata, like that's no joke, like. So, and I think Sierra had a comment about her surpassing all humans or humanity or something of the sort. but that doesn't mean she's stronger than like Nausicaa's, Rakshasas, and gods or whatnot, right? So there's still that obstacle. So I thought he was kind of more in that realm. That maybe as far as pure bloods go, and I think a lot was actually a quarter, not a pure blood, if I remember correctly. But
It's a quarter,
yeah,
yeah.
so just I don't know, like just have a bunch of like things kind of ping ponging around in my head, very very disorganized. But I just want to read this one part because you know who gives me life, like I like Sierra, like he's really funny to me. Like that man's mind just snapped, and he kind of even admits it himself. But it's pretty interesting, right? So basically, said that Lila's strong in body and mind, and when I asked her when I asked her if she wanted to see the things I had seen, Lee's refused, but Lila wanted to see them. So I feel like Sierra's the one who's more impressed, which for whatever reason Asha isn't. But I think the part that is interesting is like he's like exactly like you. He's like, don't attach importance to the order. I was merely, but yeah, and almost like Asha was salty with the order of things happened. So she goes to her and basically he's like we're not the same. And I like how she's like she understood a long time ago that Laila let her use the system to track them down, so she knew what the Kubera murders for quite some time. So you gotta start to like. I think this is the first time I've started to really think to myself, what are Laila's true goals and motivations in the narrative of Kubera One Last God? What does she want? What does she need? What is she looking for? I don't think, as much as I've known they're a mystery, I've never deeply thought about it until this conversation. I don't know if anybody else is the same, but that's just for me, right?
I
Go
I
ahead.
haven't either. It's not that I haven't. It's more like it's one of those things like I'll just put that in the back pocket until it needs to be opened. You know, like
Yeah, yeah.
that's how I always saw like Lila. She's that puzzle where it's like this seems like it's gonna take time. I'll do it later. That's how because even this like when she's seeing what one it really did surprise me that Sierra actually showed her what he saw. I was like, oh okay, that's I didn't expect that.
Mhm.
But like her eyes to me when she like is looking at it, it's kind of like that like I see expression or like it's like it not that it wasn't like it's like she expected this or it's like she's finally got proof of like this is what it like this is just is what it is. I kind of always knew it, but I have full proof
Mhm.
and it's and like this is more of like a stealing of resolve like I just got to do what I got to do now. That's kind of how I took like that expression when he was like she was neither sad nor angry and I like me did not fall into nihilism. And it's nice to know that Sierra actually is a nihilist now.
She's yeah. She can hide her emotions really well herself, all things considered, right? Because she's talking about even though you should have questioned you could have questioned me, you didn't question me. She's like, it'd have been a waste of time since you would have made up some excuse with the intellect of yours anyway. And then she like, didn't you think that you were lucky having a shield to pass those sins on to? You must have been frustrated when the Kuberas did not decrease after Jibril's death. The young killer who appeared in the nick of time must have been a guest most welcome to you on the path to win by pushing down your competitors. You don't want to walk the whole path, but you don't want to do the pushing yourself. You're the most disgusting kind of human being. And I was just like, why are you barring her up like that? Like, just really funny. Like I just didn't see like they're not characters that I really see like having any real animosity towards in any real capacity. So I just kind of found it funny. I'm like, damn, why you going so hard? And then
It's
she calls her by her full
it's
government name, Kubera Himawati, and she just like stares at her like walk away. It's like, all right, moves on with her day. It's like,
it's such a weird thing. It's like, yeah, you suck. I don't like you because you hid behind me when I enjoy doing the murders that I do. Like, okay, like you're bad. Like you're also bad. Not to mention you were all wishy washy with Lee's because of Ralph. Because as Glam likes to say, Ralph tax. Your fucking resolve wasn't even that great yourself. You're a fucking loser. Like I don't respect you either. Like
she had some
what is
she
all
had some
this?
reservations. It's weird because
Yeah,
as much as we are
my
given
path to
reasons,
power.
yeah, reasons for Lila to not like the gods, we were also shown her relationship with Chandra, and now she can be working with Brahma. Lila's a conundrum that's hard to figure out, man. I'm gonna try to figure it out. I'm gonna hit you with a theory video. What's her goal? Kidding. I made that joke because I only made that joke because Alan put my one of my Alan. You guys have spoken to Alan a couple times. He pointed out that I called the something that happened recently in JJK. He's like, you called this like 2 years ago. I'm like, did I really? And like he like showed me the video. I'm like, I don't even remember making that. That's all. That's all. So maybe I really am good at theory and I'm being a good prognosticator. And I gotta lean into my secret hidden ability I don't even know that I have. But anyways, I never I never got any feeling that she liked Chandra though. I can agree with that much. Like she's also another one of these characters that just seems to be pretty pragmatic. At the end of the day, like I don't have to like you, but we got stuff needs to get done here, and thus we will move according to custom traditions or whatever we got what has to be done. Where a lot of characters are good at putting aside sometimes their personal issues. A lot of silent magicians are good at this too, for the sake of whatever goal they have in mind or shared ideology. I'm confused by the line Kubera doesn't increase after Jibril's death. What does that mean? That was my next question actually. When I asked you, good segue, I guess, because I'm
Wait,
like, she says that you're probably upset or whatever. Like the number of Kuberas didn't decrease after the death of Jibril. I actually wasn't sure what that was supposed to mean. I'm like, did I miss something with the night that Jibril died? You know, we were always like that night, like that's it, that's how it happened. Like, is there more to that? Like, I'm not sure exactly what that line was supposed to mean. Like, I think it'll get explained, and maybe there's a lot of hints that I'm not considering, but I didn't get it.
oh,
I didn't
I
catch it.
think she was just saying the killing of Kubera stopped completely. Like once her, because from the way in which it seemed, how I took it from the Jibril and Laila stuff, is at the very least Laila, maybe also Jibril, they were killing Kuberas in order to increase their power. That would explain why Jibril has a divine affinity of over 10,000 and was classified as top 5 mages of like in all history, right? So
Well, at the time, it was like halves weren't like considered whatever. Like it was even illegal to do
yeah,
something like that. Okay, all right. Just make sure I got that right.
so
Continue.
then Jibril was speaking as if Laila came because they were trying to have their final showdown because it's in the famous movie of Jet Li, there can only be one, right? So it seems like Jibril was under the impression Laila was about to take out her, Jibril herself, because she was her biggest competitor at the time. Now, it seems after Jibril died, maybe some new systems got put in place that stopped, or maybe Laila even opinion changed on the matter of killing Kuberas that caused her to not go out and do these systematic killings. There's also the concept that's brought up that maybe there were people that were raised almost as livestocks for Kubera's killings, as in
Mm.
like we would have this weak person, we will give them the name Kubera, and they'll just be killed at a certain date for stronger people to name Kubera to get stronger, so we could build like this ultimate Kubera or the true namer of Kubera that can go on and do whatever that maybe Anat and Kubera set up way long ago. But I took it as like they're like once Jabril's thing happened, either new laws or systems got put in place, or Laila herself went about a different means of getting her goal or whatever because Jabril's death impacted her
Mm.
horribly.
Corey, I actually think that's a possibility that Lila didn't take anybody. That Jabril was the one that was doing it, and Lila didn't. I actually considered that. I did. I don't know though. I don't know. I don't have enough information. At least I don't think I have enough information to discern what happened yet. But you said Jabril was replaced by Asha. It's interesting to think about. Maybe that's what they meant by whatever not going down, even though Asha's name's not actually Kubera, unless no, I'm kidding. But all right. I think we said everything we need to say about the conversation. We could circle back if we have to. You want to get to the Claude and Lee stuff, and Agni and Mirha.
I was so happy to see Agni. Oh, I was so happy.
Mm.
Oh, it's been so long.
Yeah, it has been quite some time since we've seen Young Fireman. I have to say that
uh,
I've been enjoying the interaction with Claude and Lee's a lot. I like
I
this,
actually
even
have
though
been
this is
too.
like this is not like I have my Oracle whatever full kind of trolley Claude, because originally I wasn't because he used Hadi Yam on her quick, and we're like, hey yo, what the hell, what's good with this guy, but it's been enjoyable. Even him just like I still feel like he's not bad. He's still decently good at manipulating. Like that's just part of his personality. But just that he doesn't have he has a memory hole, because I honestly think that him saying that everyone's making fun of me for having an exchange jargon by age. Please do me this favor, Miss Elise. It's him manipulating her to do something that he wants. Low key. I don't know. Maybe I just don't trust him. Maybe it's one of those theories where I just think everyone has some type of secret hidden agenda. So everyone has some ulterior motive for what they're doing, but I didn't. I feel like she hid his slyness in the comedy. I'm watching you, Curry. Now I know about you. I know about you. So, but yeah, it's been interesting. It's been good seeing them talk.
It is weird because he doesn't have the Oracle, so there is so much stuff that he's lost.
Mm.
But then it's also just like, does he still know other shit? Just because he's also a silent magician, him being able to see like fucking people's date of deaths and all this other shit. There's just a lot where it's just like, okay, Claude.
Yeah,
But I like new Claude.
like old
I
Claude.
like him. He's like an annoying older brother to like Lee's right now, and it's just, I just enjoy seeing it.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think Miss Lee's you're a law-abiding citizen. You won't tell anyone, but you just told me everything. Shh. So Agni comes through. He say, "Rather a good time if you can bring Lee's to Cali Bloom." So we got to go to Eloth
wait, hold
first.
on. What did you just say?
What?
Say who came through?
Agni,
Say his full title. Greatest of all time.
bro. It's not Yama.
The one above. The one above all.
No, he's not. He's not the goat.
The
I like Agni
flame.
though. I like Agni
The
though. I like
flames that will carry you to paradise.
Will they carry
What's the
me?
god of death to paradise?
The god of death. Rule. I'll take god of death. If he's Iri's annoying older brothers, so he has experience with that. That's true. Even though was he? I always forget. He was technically the younger one first, right? And then she was done for 10 years. Then he became older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was
So
a younger older
yeah.
brother.
So likely, including Maruna and others, they have to have been more. We're gonna find out. So you have to go to Eloth. I actually didn't recognize the old lady. Apparently she's been around, but now she's a hag. I didn't recognize her.
Yeah.
I had no idea
She's
who
just
this
one of
was.
the people that
Yeah.
he's be vibing out. I think she hangs out with. Dude, what is the blue hair girl name? There's the one blue hair. She used to hang out. Wow, it's almost like I know these faces and I've seen them around a lot, but the names are just escaping me. She has like glasses and blue hair. She like hangs out with her. I forget now, but yeah.
I still think Rand's funny, but you're right. He's become a lot more serious. Like him and Maruna's paths have kind of swapped to some degree, but I still think Rand's funny. He still has the moments. But yeah, so there's a standoff happening, and Eloth, and for I guess if I remember correctly, some criminals escape because some mechanism like didn't work properly when it was as intended, and thus there's some escapees, and they're looking for Rao's daughter, which is very interesting, right? And I'm like, okay, so we're gonna have to see how that all plays out. Do you think that we're gonna get some time shenanigans?
Right now?
Yeah. Like how
I don't
like
think so.
I wasn't sure how to take the kind of ending of it because I don't know if she's just gonna find the information somehow like it's been recorded possibly because like the prisoners are serving time for the crime for meddling with the power room. The transport ship from Car to Willow back in N5. They said that their claims have been disregarded all this time, and that they know of only your father's whereabouts. So is he still alive right now? Is he not alive? Is it just one of those things because Anata had him traveling, you just never knew? And I don't know. Maybe it's the constant use of the word time that they use that made my mind go. Why do you keep saying time? So I don't know. I feel like a lot of times with Kurigam, I have this tendency to overthink, but like I don't want to overthink. So like I try to like streamline my thoughts, but sometimes I'm like, I was kind of on the right track initially. Why did I stop? So I don't know. Oh, but seeing Mirha was nice too. Again, her and Lee's. I like that. I always like their relationship from the first time. I think they met way back in the first season, I believe. When she came to that one city. Second season?
I think it was second.
I think it was first season. She came in the city and the purple hair Mirha met her and they kind of had that conversation. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering that. But I've always liked.
Was second.
I've always liked their relationship. So, and we got Lee's again, who is badass. Yes, it actually is nice to have the like main character back in the story in present time doing things. So we'll see. Do we still believe that the God of Earth is very integral to this Kubera, or is the Kubera about Laila and Lee's?
I mean, I told you as well. I went ways before. I think Kubera's going to come in. I do think he actually will.
Mm-hmm.
So many of his items are getting like more shine and love right now too, especially. And I think if we're gonna get these two Kuberas, which I think Lila and Lee's are the last two Kuberas right now, them understanding what the name means and represents, I don't think you can do all that without having actual Kubera come in.
Okay. Do you think they're
Not to
legitimately
mention
the last
he
two?
just saw her on Conchess.
Mhm.
What's up?
Do you think they're the last two legitimately? Like, there's no more.
Honestly,
I just
honestly,
curious. Just
yeah.
curious. Okay, just curious.
Honestly, yeah.
Mhm.
Because we it seems like this is the last human planet, right?
Mhm.
That's number one. I don't know if there's any other human planets, but I remember when they were doing the what is it, the name searcher,
Yeah.
we saw the dots. I think there were only three left. It was Saha, Lila, and Lee's, and now Saha's dead. So I
Maybe you're
think it
right.
is just those
Maybe
two.
you're right. Maybe you're right. I trying to maybe I just misremember that. This is why I really do need a reread revisit, but I'm so distracted by so many moving parts. But for this chapter though, aside from the initial conversation, I knew I actually didn't have a mouthful. How is Naya after the Anata chapters? What happened? What's supposed to happen to me? How am I supposed to feel about them? Anata chapter happened so long ago. Oh, you meant like in my delusion, maybe. Uh, It was, Yama stocks, baby. Yama stocks went up. All them side stories. That's all I care about. I won.
And
He's
that
the
honestly went up.
he's
He's probably
he's
my
the
top
goat.
10 now.
He's the goat. But it's nice seeing a lot of these characters again. I actually don't have really anything else to say. Like I I, I knew I didn't have a mouthful this time around for this particular chapter. I didn't have a mouthful.
Uh, well, I was gonna say, one, it's good that we're in Eloth. Tilda. Uh, wow. Fuck, what is Randall's brother name? What is Randy?
Lutz, Lutz.
Lutz and Mirha coming back in the story. Yeah, I think this is really good that we're gonna be in Eloth for a while because we've said this a bunch.
You know
All
what?
three of them
Rand's
have
brother
been
being there,
put to the
yeah, and
wayside.
the Tilda stuff. You're right. That's probably significant. I probably didn't pick up on that. That was pretty subtle. 'Cause they're just kind of in
And then
there.
again, we see the new priest of light, but
Mhm.
she's low key trash. So it is what it is. To me, I think just by seeing these players and like what we now remember just from like the side stories and like the past arc, hopefully we'll get some more stuff with Tilda because we think she's what's her name,
Mhm.
Kanara.
Yeah.
Hopefully Lutz just does honestly anything. Like it's one of those things I really don't know what Lutz can do in the story anymore. Like I really don't know what his purpose could be, truthfully. Like I feel
He
like the greatest thing he can do is drama,
he
but
was
like
much more
there's just
he was
no
much
way.
more impressive, and I guess like as Rand's older brother, the way he came across and how he ran things and stuff, he seemed a lot more impressive. But as time, like I think like sure he's probably still a little bit more pragmatic than his brother, but we also know that they have a lot of overlap and commonality from the side chapters, but they're all just laying around. Remember, Thing got the little like action ears to like keep her looking young and stuff. It's like Arana. Remember that? I don't know if you remember that. Like
Yeah, I
they were
do.
both lazing about. Just that like Lusk seems to be able to put on the serious face when he needs to and do what he has to do. Where Rand didn't get like that until he had to spend 1,000 of years traveling through time without his family. That's what hardened him. So it's interesting. But
And
yeah,
Mirha here, in talking about Rao, because Rao got the boast from Vayu. Vayu knows Rao. So I think there's a lot of points where, like, again, like maybe Mirha might resummon Vayu soon, because sooner or later they're going to like people are going to learn. I don't know if Agni hasn't. Agni should know, right? That Chandra's gone now, right?
I'm not. I don't know
Do
if
we
he
know if
knows.
Agni said anything?
I don't recall him saying anything. I mean, we kind of went back to where we left off. We were like traveling through time for so long, so I don't
Dude, wait,
recall.
do gods have like a magic sense, like a magic scanner? Can they I can't this is like this is weird that I can't think if they do or not. Can they like sense where people are at all?
Mm, I don't remember them being able to do something like that. Like they have insight. I'll
Yeah.
never remember someone being like, "Oh, Why don't I remember the instance of something like, oh, I could feel Taksaka's power over there or something? Like maybe they could see the aftermath and say this transcendental is likely something from the Garuda clan or something. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
They don't have the Dragon Ball sense. Like Vegeta's
yeah, they
fighting
don't have
Cell. Like they don't have that.
transcendental level
Yeah.
25,000. Yeah.
50. Yeah,
So,
exactly. Yeah. They don't got that. They don't got that. Not that
well,
I can recall.
okay. Well, any case, Agni should at least know he call on him or do something. Agni's probably gonna find out Chandra's not here quickly, right? Then he's gonna be like, "We need another god." Mira's here. We got the Rao stuff.
Currently there's an instance where Agni was able to tell Ganhavra took his full Sura form on the other side of the planet. Maybe it has to be like an incredible feat of strength, something insane, for them to see it. Like that makes sense to me.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Like, that's one of those weird things. But I think I can see Agni saying we need to bring another god, and since Vayu said he'll come if he's called, Mira can call down Vayu, and then Vayu and Agni together. That's already the greatest combo out of all the gods, which we could really use. Mira's gonna get more shit with Vayu because Mira just needs more stuff in the story. Then since Vayu made the bow and gave it to Rao, Vayu can also probably be important in this arc right now with like the ship, the people that were on the ship with Rao, and connect like all these things together with everybody.
Alright. We'll see, I suppose. I have no problem seeing Vayu again. He's a cool guy.
That's my guy.
He's a cool dude.
Top 2.
We could use more. We could use more Yamato.
Nah, he look as much as probably seeing Yama on Willard would probably be cool as fuck. I feel like the moment he leaves, everything just goes to shit.
I actually agree. Like it's just not a good. I don't trust anyone else to run that operation if it's not him. It's gotta be him.
Brahma wants me to leave, and I don't like Brahma, so he gotta stay. I'm sorry. he's like low key like the one at the gates. It's like if I leave, unironically, all hell breaks loose. Like
yeah. By the way, go check out the In Defense of Brahma video if you didn't. That's out today. Drop ball. I mean, guess when this video comes out, it better be out. Go watch it anyways. Alright, run the numbers up. Shout out to the Patreon gang. Because of y'all, I don't gotta consume ice soup every day. Y'all ever ate ice soup? Y'all never had no ice soup. Anyways, shout out to the CVL. That's the certified BAM lovers. Shout out and salute to the Priest of Fire. That's the real CBL certified Brilith lovers. But the biggest and largest thanks to the 5th Zen Gods. My tier 3 pledgers. That's Big Abdel, Triss, Fitz, Irene Sharda, Jacob Holland, Johnny Rogers, Lazy Dragon, Lucky Roo, Revenant, Scobe, Silo, Simi. He got a Twitch now. Go follow him on Twitch. Sunny Katha Polly and Zodiac Nemiko. You guys, your support is greatly appreciated because I'm tired of eating ice soup, man. I'm tired of it.